So imagine this ground level is the starting point, the vantage point for everybody. But now this is a young man who is just like, I graduated from school, but I'm still living with my parents. It's going to take a lot of audacity to get my own house and live by myself. But at least it's going to position me mentally to face my future myself and just realize that nobody is really coming to save me. I have to do this. So it's scary, but I'm going to take a bold step and rent my own house. And for most people, I don't really care if it's fully furnished or not. If it's a mattress on the floor, I'm fine. But guess what? Usually, when you now enter the house, you're not like, God, you helped me do this. I didn't die. I can as well furnish it. Some of you know what I'm saying, right? And then you took another step. You furnished it. And you were like, wow, this is nice. You know what? I'm going to stretch my faith. I want a car. Some of you know what I'm saying. And you, at first it looked insurmountable, it looked difficult, it looked impossible, but the moment you started looking, you now started seeing opportunities you never knew existed. That maybe there's one distant friend that wants to travel to a new country, wants to dispose of the car, doesn't mind you paying in 2.5 years, or there is one more payment plan somewhere or something. You know, now just because you opened your heart to it, now you're seeing opportunities you didn't see before. And before you know it, bam, you have your house and your car fully furnished. And then that's when it hits you. I have house, I have car. I can marry you. For many people, that's how it happened. Trust me, I know. I got married at 24. You should try it. In the next 40 years, I'll be a great granddad. And I won't be 80 yet. I did give you, I think, you see, I'm giving you a strong point now. The way some of you are going, your best friend, your son will be calling his son uncle. Some of you are calculating. But all I'm illustrating to you is this. All he ever did was take a step. But there is something in creative miracles. When you take a step, it opens you to possibilities that I can now stretch for something more until you know it and you're standing here and your friends just open their eyes and they see you way up there and it looks fantastic what you did. Meanwhile, all you did part time was take the next step. And so for every opportunity, simple opportunities for bravery that you pass on, in the next few years, the gap will now be the distance between heaven and earth. Thank you very much. See, this one, you will have to exercise it. They can lay hands on you, they can do whatever, you just have to try. It's the story of my life. I don't know where God gave me that audacity from, but it's one of the best things he did for me. And I brag about it. God only tells me things he's sure he wants to do. Because if he tells me, even if I don't have the money, I don't have the network, I will write it down. If it's a company, I will first design the logo, keep somewhere that I can see regularly. I will pray about it. I will start researching on it. Just open up your heart to the possibilities of God. Are you listening to me? There will never be a point in my life that I'm not doing a project that is bigger than me. I'm stubborn like that. I'm biting more than I can chew. That's my destiny. Biting more than thank God, God gave us a great miracle in the headquarters, and it's incredible. It's incredible. And I said this somewhere, I want to say it again. One of the leading pastors in Nigeria called me. He said, just in case you don't understand what God just did, understand this. Nobody in this nation has ever had this type of property at this age of ministry and at this age of the founder ever before in this country. He says, I've been around long enough to know. He said, what God just did with your ministry has never before in this country been done. That's what he said. So, yeah. And honestly, something happened. We're having a carol service, and so I walked in, I sat in the lounge, and that's when it hit me. I said, bro, we are crazy. We really did this thing. Honestly speaking, that's what came to my mind. That we are crazy. We did it. And the truth is, we are not fully done. Some expenses sprung up on us. We have like 1.5 million to pay before April. I don't know where it's going to come from. And by the way, I'm just putting it out there. But guess what? That's not even the last big thing we've done. We just paid for the part payment for the foundation for our Abuja place. Honestly, even the foundation is half the money we have, but typical me, I don't know where the rest will come. Just start it first. Listen to me. When God called me in school, I was not the only one he called, though. There are some others, when they saw the pressure, they just went to Zenith Bank. I'm telling you the truth. The way you're laughing, you're not making me feel bad. But now fact that they give you. I'm telling you the fact. We received the call the same time. We rejoiced about it the same way. But sometimes, the difference is not anointing, no. It's just hearts. Are you listening to me? Another example of if I perish, I perish. The 4 lepers at the gates. And this story is a spiritual parable of what happens in real life. That able-bodied people who don't take action will not see results. But people who are outcasts, kept out of the city because of their condition, they are called disabled people by society. But what was supposed to be a disability now becomes the advantage. They are at the gate because according to Jewish tradition, they are not supposed to mingle with the people. But that now gives them the opportunity for introspection in a way that people who are in their comfort zone did not consider. Why sit we here and die? If we sit here, we die. If we go into the city, we may or may not die. Well, if we're going to die, let's make it exciting. Let's just try. And some of you, that's what's missing in your life. Just try. And you're there praying, waiting for God to bless you. But it is until you take steps that God amplifies. Are you getting what I'm saying? Amplifies the sound of the step. It is movement that God blesses. Some of you have calculated too much, contemplated too much. You have done everything but act. Done everything. You know how much it will cost. You know what others are doing. Just do. And if you don't learn this time next year, you'll be at the same point. That's no prophecy of doom. That's just how life is. It's going to take audacity to do things that will change your life. Do you know there are people who are in relationships that will damage their destiny, and they know some people cannot speak up even for their own self. They can't speak up to save their life. They are in abusive relationships, toxic friendships, and they can't speak up. See, practice it now. Start speaking up for yourself. Some people just fear of the unknown, or just the audacity. Even for little things. You know, one funny thing that happens is when people come to me and say, you know, I'm convinced I'm supposed to be in your church. I saw a vision, this, that, blah, 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 blah. I'm convinced I'm supposed to be in your church. Well, why haven't you come? And what will people say? What will people say? You want to play that game with your destiny? Can never be me. Now, I have made up my mind to be authentic with my life choices. Take the step and stand on it and do it early. Because if you understand the way Kairos timing works, 1 year can alter your destiny irrecoverably. You may never recover. Never. In a ministry like this, 1 year is like 10 years. Oh. If you go and come back, you're lost. I don't even know why I said that. That might be also for someone. You know, but little decisions. I know what it's like to come into a nation like this, and because of the rent prices and just the cost of living, you're no longer entrepreneurial. You just want to have a job and get by. And now the folders of dreams that God gave you, they are getting dusty. I reject it for you. It takes bravery, I know. It takes audacity, I know. Sometimes it will take a total overhaul of your entire process to reinvent yourself. You know, a bricklayer can set his goal for 2026 and say, I will lay more blocks in 2026. But he can also say, you know what? I'm going to go to school and get a degree in architecture. It's free to dream. It's free. It's free. Bite the bullet. Is that the expression? Jump in. Just do it. Do it. Reinvent yourself. Re-engineer everything. Decide in the next 7 months I won't be the same person. Ask everyone who has known me since I clocked 18. What am I saying? 17. Since I clocked 17, maybe younger. I have set my gaze at what I was convinced was my destiny, and I never looked back. There has not been a year since then till now that I read less than 10 books. And I'm being modest. There are months I read more than 10 books. 1 month. I know life is full of surprises, ups and downs, but I've discovered something. With tenacity, when you just stay on it, life will yield something to you. I've discovered. Eventually, it won't always go as you planned, but eventually, even if you were aiming for the stars, you will at least fall amongst the sky. Something happened that changed my life. We're going to have our first ever program. God had spoken to me. I knew what the theme was going to be. I knew what I needed to preach. We didn't have a venue. I knew someone who had a venue. But I was shy to ask. And I spoke to a senior colleague. Thank God for that conversation. I'll never forget it. And he asked me a question that has never left me. He said, what is the worst that will happen? It hit me like a brick. I said, it's true. The worst is no. No doesn't kill. And if it will make me feel better, I will stand before the mirror and say no to myself 200 times just so that I will feel comfortable with it. Why are you so scared? It doesn't kill. At least try. At least ask. And guess what? I asked and they said yes. Now, if I didn't take that first step, maybe it would have spiraled into me not having the nerve to start this ministry. These things have grave consequences in your future. Are you getting what I'm saying? And that's why I live radically the way I do. It's important for my mind. I must keep the mentality of possibilities. If I have songs, I will release an album. If I have an idea, I will do a movie. See, nobody's going to put me in a box. Nobody. 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 And audacity is powerful. You can slice my life into 7, and each piece will still be powerful. Because if all I was a YouTuber, I'm not doing bad. If all I was a musician, I'm not doing that bad. Are you listening to me? Nobody's stopping you. You just need to want it badly enough. To be sure you're following, what's number 1? What's number 2? I'm laughing because I couldn't finish in first service, so I said, I'll be faster in second service. I'm even slower. I'm like, number 2, what? Anyway, have you been blessed already? Number 3 is common sense. Common sense. You know, in 1 Kings chapter 19, Elijah solved his burnout problem with a good sleep and food. Just common sense. It's a soft skill. Knowing how to declutter, take away stress, is a soft skill. Are you listening to me? You see, there is a kind of nonchalance that greatness requires. It's not contradictory to the fact I told you to be brave and do all those things. But just understanding that no amount of anxiety can change the outcomes. So why will I work? See, let me tell you something. The mistakes I've made. I can't change it. So it's just common sense. Self-care. Sleep. Eat well. Rest well. Relax. I preached a sermon in the UK. I think you should go and look for it. You see, the principle of the Sabbath is a very powerful principle. And it takes trust in God to say, you know what? I will work 6 days out of 7. I will rest on the 7th day. And I trust the faithfulness of God that if manna is falling every day, on the 6th day, manna for 2 days will fall. That is what was happening. And so God is instilling a mentality in his people that rest will not kill you. It cannot be the few hours I rest that will make me broke. It's not possible. This is the balance I'm talking about. You see, I talked about bravery, yes, but see, rest. It's a spiritual principle. And understand this. It's going to make you more productive. It's not going to reduce your productivity. Sometimes you need a clear mind to get a fresh vision, to refire. I know in church you've learned to have retreats and all those things, but sometimes shut everything down, spend time with your family, rest. It doesn't matter if you're a man of God. I know many men of God that their children does not like them. I made a vow. I love you all. I will not sacrifice my children for this ministry. I will not. If you have discernment, you know I'm not joking. I will shut down anything. Yeah? And the paradox is, when you put those structures in your life, there will be balance in your life. You do everything well. Eat well. Some of you, the way you eat, you are not planning long life. You are not planning to live long. It's not prophecy of doom. So put that structure in your life. Listen to me. If you want your knees to carry you when you are 70, go to the gym and start squatting. Are you listening to me? Don't just wish for it. Don't just pray about it. Train for it. It's common sense. Put those structures in your life. Discipline. Discipline yourself. Rest well. Eat well. When you work hard, thank God for savings, but take care of yourself. Invest in yourself. Replenish yourself. Are you listening to me? Stop all those stupid vices. Drinking alcohol. Even, listen to me. Even people who are agnostic scientists are now telling you, it's not religious bias. According to research, there is no net positive advantage to alcohol, none whatsoever. All it does is reduce your lifespan. All. There is no good alcohol, not even red wine. I'm saying according to recent research. So why are you allowing peer pressure? There are a lot of good. It's branding that makes you think you have to drink that thing. Because there's water, there's juice, and they all taste good. Do you understand? But because you must hold red cup and feel like an adult, you can be a success and still not have grown a spine. You still have this hidden desire to be a monk. You want people to say, strong guy. So, big bro like you, they drink. No, I don't. There is nothing to miss there. That on the carton they will write, smokers are liable to die young. Say, okay. You open it and smoke. Why are you doing that to yourself? You think the people who allow this spiral into an addiction, you think you are wiser than them? One error can alter your destiny forever. I said it in the first service, I'm saying it again. One error. Just one day that you drank a little too much, and you are part of the statistics, the car tumbles. You break your leg, one leg is now like this. Or in anger, you carry a stone and hit someone. I was watching a video years ago. Someone was recording, true life story. Somebody was so angry. Everybody was begging him, he didn't listen. In his anger, he picked a stone. Everybody was begging him, he didn't listen. And he carried the stone and hit the person's head. And the person fell down and died on the spot. There is post-anger clarity. Everywhere go first blow. Now you will spend your life in jail. Or maybe they give you 45 years. Add 45 to your age. That's when you will now come back and start building your career. Share the words of wisdom. And that leads me to the next point. Emotional intelligence. It's a soft skill. Knowing how to regulate your emotions. Regulate your anger. Some of you still have that childhood tendency. They can reason you. You know what they call reason? Somebody calls you a fool. Then someone now come and say, I can't take it. I can't take it. He abused your whole generation. You can't handle that. I've said it, I'm going to teach on this in February. Because listen, if you don't know this, you can be very brilliant at work. But nobody likes working with you. You will lose contracts because of this thing. Because nobody, you are just a lot to deal with. It will affect your marriage. It will affect your finances. You can lose money. I've seen people, because they were angry, they will just say, to hell with you. They're talking to their boss. So you will see, let me tell you, I don't have time to talk about this. It's a soft skill that will affect your destiny. Invest in knowledge. Buy books on emotional management. Study yourself. Why do I react this way? What trauma is feeding this? Research on it. Deal with it. Take small money. Go and give a therapist to work on you. Invest in yourself. Let God do something in your life before something new do you. Are you listening to me? So what's number 1? What's number 2? What's number 3? What's number 4? Number 5 will be financial education. I'm not going to talk on that, but please study. See, you can have an MBA and be financially illiterate. Because what school teaches you is how to manage the money of rich people. It doesn't teach you how to be rich. Go and learn the real secrets of money making. Are you listening to me? We're having a program algorithm. There's a fantastic man I found, and I recommended him to your pastor. He said he was a bank executive and he had an MBA only to discover he didn't know about money. Because they gatekeep these things. Even the books, there's nothing in there. All those books, they're not teaching you anything. The next soft skill I'm going to touch on, I'll be done in 6 minutes. And I think I want Minister Onos to just, even if it's 2 songs, to lead us in a brief session. The next thing, very important, is you must learn to be teachable. I think I can even end here. You must learn to be teachable. If you cannot receive feedback, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. You are in trouble. And it makes me paranoid because the feedback that you would have received and adjusted your life early, you will now wait until life shows you that you had been wrong all along. And many people realize when it is too late, you can't make the adjustments. You can't make the adjustments. Are you listening to me? There's someone, I love very, very much. But, he found this new interest in rapping. This was sometime 2006. And he was rapping, I kid you not, nursery rhyme rap. The rhyme, that's old 90s rap. That's the last word will rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little, how I wonder what you... That's what he was rapping in 2007. So I asked him, I say, sorry. I said, do you listen to people? Which rappers do you listen to? And I saw he was already getting agitated. So I left him. And then sometime last year, he found my WhatsApp number and sent one of his new releases. The same thing. Almost 20 years have passed. They have left you behind. And it's hard to be friends with people who can receive feedback. Because now, when you post something, we must repost it. Even though we don't like it. We know that your business is not going anywhere. Also, we won't be bad friends. Because you have insisted you want to do fashion designer. You sew suit, it looks like raincoat. And we can't talk. Can I tell you something? Learn to receive. In fact, I don't wait to receive it, I ask. My pastors are here. Those who have been with me, I ask, how was this sermon? Was it clear? Could I have done better? What can I improve? I ask, I don't wait. Do you know, there are some people you can't even give that feedback. There are people in church that correct my grammar. Not everybody. No, don't say. You sit and hear the word of God. There are some people, but believe me, there are some people I have told them, anytime you hear me pronounce a word the wrong way, tell me immediately. It happened last week. Nobody say I did happen like that, but you get. But I just want to improve. Stay teachable, stay hungry, and keep improving. Otherwise, the world will leave you behind. Especially at this time we're in. How many of you grew up buying kerosene in your house? When was the last time you heard someone use kerosene to cook? See, I'm letting you know that in one generation, something can go extinct. So it means that there are some things you are doing now that are already going extinct. Some of you, your job, better get side hustle. The way AI is looking at you. I wish I was joking. I wish I was joking. Let me shock you. I'm sure many of you did not know this. You heard the theme song for Reboot Camp. Who can stop this move? How many of you did not know that it was AI? Raise your hand. Aha. Now I know you will rush and go and listen to it again. That was AI. None of our choristers voiced it. Pastor Pride, did you know? Uh-oh. You see the problem? These are the days of the sons of Issachar. You go need understand times. Because your job has finished. You just don't know it yet. Right now, you don't have job. It's not just obvious. It's not just obvious. What is your job? Research assistant. What is your job? Ghostwriter. Stay teachable and learn to reinvent yourself. What is number one? What's number two? What's number three? What's number four? What's number five? What's number six? Listen, that number one, make sure this year does not run out without you buying a gift and appreciating some key people who have contributed to your life. And let me just chip it in. It's also a spiritual law. Honor your parents. Deliberately honor your parents. Deliberately. Are you listening to me? Please stand to your feet.